It was supposed to be an ordinary Saturday. Maya stood in front of her small mirror, tying her hair into a loose ponytail. The sunlight slipped through the thin curtains of her apartment, painting golden patterns on the wall. She smiled at her reflection. Today was her day off. No office calls, no deadlines, no responsibilities, just a peaceful shopping trip at the mall. She grabbed her purse and whispered to herself, "Maybe I deserve something nice today." Maya had always been careful with money. Since moving to the city 2 years ago, she had worked hard as a junior marketing executive. Her salary was decent, but she always prioritized rent, bills, and sending money back home to her parents. Buying something for herself often felt like a luxury she couldn't afford. But today felt different. The mall was buzzing with life. Children laughing, couples walking hand in hand, the soft scent of popcorn and coffee floating in the air. Colorful banners hung from the ceiling announcing mid-season sales. Perfect timing, Maya murmured. She wandered into her favorite clothing store. Rows of dresses in pastel shades caught her eye. She gently touched a sky blue dress displayed near the entrance. It looked simple yet elegant, exactly her style. She held it up against herself and glanced at the mirror. "It's beautiful," a voice said from behind. Maya turned to see a young woman smiling at her. "Thank you," Maya replied shyly. "You should try it on. It suits you," the woman encouraged before walking away. Maya hesitated. The price tag wasn't cheap, but after a few seconds of internal debate, she decided to step into the fitting room. When she came out wearing the dress, she barely recognized herself. The soft fabric flowed gracefully around her. For the first time in months, she felt confident, radiant even. She looked at the price again and sighed. "Maybe next month," she whispered, changing back into her old jeans and blouse. As she placed the dress back on the rack, her phone buzzed. It was a message from her best friend, Lena. "Don't forget today's date." Maya frowned. Today's date? Her heart skipped. It was her birthday. In the rush of work and responsibilities, she had completely forgotten. She laughed softly at herself. "Happy birthday to me," she said quietly. Feeling slightly emotional, she decided to treat herself to coffee. She walked into a cozy cafe inside the mall and ordered her usual caramel latte. As she waited, she noticed a small stage set up near the center of the mall. A crowd was slowly gathering. Curious, Maya stepped closer. A host stood on stage holding a microphone. "Ladies and gentlemen," he announced, "today we are celebrating our mall's anniversary. To make it special, we're holding a lucky draw. One random shopper will win a shopping voucher worth $1,000. The crowd cheered. Maya smiled. Lucky people, she thought, never imagining she could be one of them. The host continued, "To participate, all you need is a purchase receipt from any store today." Maya's heart sank. She hadn't bought anything. But then she remembered. Earlier, she had bought a small notebook from a stationery shop. She loved collecting notebooks for her ideas. It wasn't expensive, but it counted. She quickly searched her purse and found the receipt. "Why not?" she whispered, filling out the form and dropping it into the transparent box. Minutes later, the host returned to the stage with a large glass bowl filled with folded papers. "And now," he said dramatically, "the winner of our anniversary lucky draw is—" The entire mall fell silent. He unfolded a paper and read out a name. Maya Raman. For a second, she thought she had imagined it. The crowd looked around. "Maya Raman?" the host repeated. Her hands trembled. That's me," she stammered, raising her hand. The crowd erupted into applause as she slowly walked toward the stage. Her heart pounded so loudly she could barely hear anything else. "Congratulations," the host said, handing her a large golden envelope. Maya blinked back tears. "Thank you. I can't believe this." With shaking hands, she opened the envelope. Inside was a voucher worth $1,000, valid in all the mall stores. The audience clapped again. Would you like to say something? The host asked. Maya took a deep breath. I I actually forgot that today is my birthday, she confessed, her voice cracking slightly. This is the most unexpected and beautiful surprise. Thank you. The crowd responded with a warm, happy birthday chant. Maya covered her mouth, overwhelmed. After stepping down from the stage, she stood still for a moment, trying to process everything. The same woman from the clothing store approached her. It really did suit you, she said with a wink. Maya laughed through her tears. I guess I can buy it now. She walked back to the store and picked up the sky blue dress. This time, she didn't hesitate. She also bought a pair of elegant shoes, a small handbag, and even a gift for her mother. For once, she didn't feel guilty spending money on herself. Later that evening, Maya stood by the mall's large glass window, shopping bags in hand. The city lights shimmered outside, reflecting her joy. But the real surprise wasn't just the voucher. It was the reminder that life sometimes gives back when you least expect it. That even hard-working, ordinary people deserve extraordinary moments. As she stepped outside into the cool evening air, her phone rang. It was her parents calling to wish her happy birthday. Maya smiled brightly. For the first time in a long while, she felt seen, lucky, and deeply grateful. What started as an ordinary shopping day had turned into a memory she would cherish forever. A birthday filled with magic, kindness, and a beautiful sky blue dress that would always remind her that sometimes surprises are waiting just around the corner. Maya thought the surprise had ended at the mall. She was wrong. That night, after returning home, she carefully hung the sky blue dress in her small wardrobe. She ran her fingers gently over the soft fabric, smiling to herself. It wasn't just a dress anymore. It was a memory stitched with applause, laughter, and the warm chorus of strangers singing happy birthday. Her phone buzzed again. This time, it was Lena calling. You won what? Lena screamed through the phone. Maya laughed. $1,000 voucher. On your birthday? Of course you did. You deserve it, Maya. I'm so proud of you. They talked for nearly an hour. For the first time in months, Maya didn't feel exhausted while talking. She felt light, hopeful. The next morning, she woke up with a strange but wonderful feeling. Confidence. She decided to wear the sky blue dress to work. When she stepped into the office, heads turned. Her colleagues, who usually saw her in simple, formal wear, were surprised. Wow, Maya, you look amazing today, one of them said. Special occasion? Another teased. Maya smiled brightly. Just celebrating myself. Even her boss, Mr. Ahmed, noticed. Good energy today, Maya. I like it. That day, something unexpected happened. During the afternoon meeting, the company discussed an upcoming marketing campaign for a big client. It was an important project, one that could determine promotions at the end of the year. I need someone responsible, creative, and dedicated to lead this, Mr. Ahmed announced. The room went silent. Maya felt her heart race. Normally, she would avoid eye contact. She would tell herself she wasn't experienced enough. But today was different. She remembered standing on that mall stage, shaking yet brave. Before she could overthink, she raised her hand. I'd like to try. The room turned toward her. Mr. Ahmed looked surprised but impressed. Are you sure? It's a big responsibility. Yes, sir, she replied confidently. I'm ready. And just like that, she was chosen. Over the next few weeks, Maya worked harder than ever before. She stayed late, brainstormed creative ideas, designed presentations, and coordinated with the team. It wasn't easy. There were moments of doubt and stress. But whenever she felt overwhelmed, she remembered the shopping day. She remembered how she almost didn't try on the dress, how she almost didn't drop the receipt into the lucky draw box. If she hadn't taken those small chances, none of it would have happened. One evening, after a long day at work, she received an email notification. Subject: Campaign Results. Her hands trembled slightly as she opened it. The campaign had been a massive success. The client was thrilled. Sales numbers had exceeded expectations. Minutes later, Mr. Ahmed called her into his office. "Maya," he said with a rare smile, "you've proven yourself. Starting next month, you'll be promoted to Senior Marketing Executive." Maya blinked. "Sir, really? You earned it." She stepped out of the office feeling like she was floating. It wasn't just luck anymore. It was growth. That evening, Maya went back to the same mall. She stood in front of the stage where her name had been called weeks ago. The banners were gone now. Everything looked ordinary again. But to her, it was sacred. She walked into the cafe and ordered the same caramel latte. As she sat by the window, she thought about how one small moment had shifted something inside her. The voucher had been a surprise, but the real gift had been courage. She took out her phone and transferred a larger amount of money to her parents this time. Then she booked a train ticket home for the upcoming holiday. She wanted to celebrate her promotion with them. As she prepared to leave the cafe, she noticed something near her chair, a small wallet lying on the floor. She picked it up and looked around. A young girl nearby looked distressed, searching her bag repeatedly. "Excuse me," Maya said gently. "Is this yours?" The girl's eyes widened. "Yes, I thought I lost it. Thank you so much." Maya smiled. Sometimes life gives you surprises, and sometimes it gives you chances to be someone else's surprise. As she walked out of the mall once again, the evening sky glowed pink and orange. The city lights flickered on, just like that night. But this time, Maya didn't feel like an ordinary girl who got lucky. She felt like someone who had stepped into her own story. And she knew this was only the beginning. A month passed quickly. Maya's promotion changed many things. Her schedule became busier, her responsibilities heavier, and her confidence stronger. She was no longer the quiet girl who stayed in the background during meetings. She spoke clearly, shared ideas boldly, and led her team with calm determination. But success also brought pressure. One evening, after everyone had left the office, Maya sat alone staring at her laptop screen. The next campaign was bigger than the previous one. Expectations were high. Her team depended on her. For a moment, doubt crept back in. "What if I can't do this again?" she whispered. Her phone buzzed. It was a reminder notification she had set weeks ago. Remember the stage. She smiled. The mall stage, the applause, the moment she raised her hand. She closed her laptop, went home, and opened her wardrobe. The sky blue dress still hung neatly, untouched since that first day she wore it to work. An idea sparked in her mind. The company's annual corporate gala was just 3 days away. It was a formal event where executives, clients, and employees gathered to celebrate achievements. Maya had never attended before. Last year, she hadn't felt important enough. But this year was different. On the night of the gala, she wore the sky blue dress again. She paired it with elegant silver heels and left her hair loose over her shoulders. When she looked at herself in the mirror, she didn't just see beauty. She saw strength. At the venue, soft golden lights illuminated the hall. Soft music played in the background. Employees chatted and laughed. When Maya entered, several colleagues waved. "Wow, Maya," Lena whispered when she saw her. "You look stunning." Maya laughed softly. "This dress changed my life." During dinner, the CEO took the stage. "Tonight," he began, "we celebrate hard work and leadership. This year, one employee stood out remarkably." Maya listened politely, not expecting anything. The campaign led by this person not only exceeded expectations, but also inspired teamwork and innovation. Her heart began to race. And the Employee Excellence Award goes to Maya Raman. For a second time in her life, the world went silent. Applause exploded across the hall. Maya's hands trembled, just like they had at the mall. She slowly walked toward the stage, emotions flooding her chest. The CEO handed her a crystal trophy. "Your leadership has a bright future," he said warmly. When she stood before the microphone, she took a deep breath. "A few weeks ago," she began, "I won a lucky draw at a shopping mall. I thought that was the biggest surprise of my life, but I realized something important." The hall grew quiet. The real surprise isn't luck. It's what happens when you finally believe you deserve good things. She glanced down at her dress and smiled. "I almost didn't try on this dress because I thought it was too expensive. I almost didn't raise my hand for responsibility because I thought I wasn't ready. But sometimes the only thing standing between us and our breakthrough is fear." The room erupted in applause again. Maya stepped down from the stage, feeling different than before. The mall had given her luck, but tonight proved something else. She had created her own destiny. Later that night, as she stood on the balcony outside the hall, someone approached her. It was Arif, a senior manager from another department. They had spoken only briefly before. "I've noticed your growth. It's inspiring." "Thank you," Maya replied. "I'm starting a new project next quarter, something big. I need someone ambitious and brave. Would you be interested?" Maya felt a spark of excitement. Once upon a time, she would have hesitated. Now she smiled confidently. "Yes, I would." Arif nodded. "Good, I was hoping you'd say that." As he walked away, Maya leaned against the railing and looked at the city lights below. The wind gently moved her hair. She thought back to that simple Saturday morning when she had almost stayed home. If she hadn't gone shopping, if she hadn't tried on the dress, if she hadn't submitted that receipt. Life sometimes changes quietly, not with dramatic storms, but with small, brave decisions. Her phone rang again. It was her mother. "Ma," her mother said proudly, "we heard about your award from your cousin. We are so proud of you." Maya's eyes filled with tears. "Thank you," she whispered. "Everything I do is because of you and Baba." After the call ended, she looked up at the stars. The shopping day had started as a small attempt to treat herself, but it became the beginning of something much bigger. It wasn't just about winning money. It wasn't just about a dress. It wasn't even about promotions or awards. It was about discovering her worth. And as Maya stepped back inside the hall, stronger, brighter, and fearless, she knew one thing for sure. The best surprises in life don't happen in stores. They happen the moment you decide you are enough. Months passed, and Maya's life continued to transform. The new project Arif had offered her turned out to be the most challenging opportunity of her career. It involved launching a brand new product line, something innovative, something risky. Long meetings, tight deadlines, unexpected problems. Every day tested her patience and strength. But Maya was no longer afraid of challenges. Every time fear whispered, "What if you fail?" she answered confidently, "What if I succeed?" One afternoon, while reviewing campaign ideas, Maya received an email from the same shopping mall where everything had begun. Subject: Special guest invitation. Curious, she opened it. The mall was organizing another anniversary event, bigger than last year, and they wanted her to attend as a guest speaker. Apparently, after her lucky win, her short speech had gone viral on social media. Someone had recorded it, and many people were inspired by her words about believing in oneself. Maya covered her mouth in shock. "Me? A speaker?" she whispered. The girl who once hesitated to try on a dress was now being invited to inspire others. Life truly had a sense of humor. The evening of the event arrived. As she entered the mall, memories rushed back. The stage, the golden envelope, the birthday surprise. But this time, she wasn't standing in the crowd. She was walking toward the stage with confidence. The same host recognized her immediately. "Ladies and gentlemen," he announced excitedly, "you may remember her as last year's lucky draw winner. Today, she joins us not just as a winner, but as a true success story. Please welcome Maya Rahman." Applause filled the air. Maya stepped onto the stage, heart pounding but steady. She looked at the crowd and smiled warmly. "Last year," she began, "I came here just to shop. I didn't expect anything special. In fact, I almost didn't participate in the lucky draw." People leaned in, listening. "I thought good things happened to other people, not to me. But that day taught me something powerful." She paused. "Sometimes you don't need a big change, you just need one small, brave step." She pointed gently toward the stores behind her. "It might be trying on a dress you think you can't afford. It might be applying for a job you think is beyond you. It might be raising your hand in a room full of people." Her voice softened. "The surprise isn't the prize. The surprise is discovering who you are when you stop doubting yourself." The crowd applauded loudly. Among the audience, Maya noticed a young girl holding a sky blue dress, the exact same one she had once hesitated to buy. Their eyes met. The girl smiled nervously. Maya smiled back, encouragingly. After the event ended, the girl approached her shyly. "Excuse me, I heard your story," she said softly. "I've been wanting to apply for a scholarship abroad, but I'm scared I won't get selected." Maya looked at her gently. "Did you submit the application?" The girl shook her head. "Then you haven't given yourself a chance yet." The girl nodded slowly, as if something inside her clicked. "Thank you," she whispered. As the girl walked away, Maya felt something warm inside her chest. This was the biggest surprise of all. She realized that the lucky voucher, the promotion, the award, they were beautiful moments, but inspiring someone else, that felt even greater. Later that night, Maya stood once again by the large glass window of the mall, looking out at the glowing city lights. But everything felt different now. She wasn't waiting for life to surprise her anymore. She was creating her own miracles. Her phone buzzed with a new message. It was from Arif. "The new campaign results are out. We broke all company records. I couldn't have done it without you." Maya smiled softly. She typed back, "Team effort, but thank you for believing in me." He replied almost instantly, "I believed in you because you believed in yourself." Maya slipped her phone into her purse and took one last look at the stage. The same place where she once stood trembling. Now she stood tall. The shopping day that began with hesitation had turned into a journey of confidence, growth, leadership, and purpose. As she walked toward the exit, the automatic doors opened smoothly in front of her, almost symbolically. New doors, new chapters, new surprises. And this time, Maya was ready for all of them.